Hey everyone, this is Judi with JLBCrafts. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. In this video, I'm going to be hand lettering inspirational quotes in this horizontal spread I did a year ago. I will link this spread, the Plan With Me video for this spread in the cards up above. As you can see, we've got a lot of wrong. This was the spread for International Women's Day a year ago. International Women's Day is very near and dear to my heart as a retired chemical engineer, which engineering, for those of you that don't know, is a very male-dominated, old boys club, misogynistic world, and I started dealing with that literally my senior year in high school, when the high school guidance counselor told me that women don't become engineers. That's one sure way to get me to do something, is to tell me I can't do it. So and I ran into it my freshman year in college, and so on and so forth, all the way up to my very last day of work. So I could do weeks of women's empowerment quotes. I had a really hard time choosing. So many amazing women. I'm actually going to add an author box to this space because I just couldn't narrow it down. So many powerful women. So let's enough hand waving. Let's go ahead and get started. And I will explain why certain quotes have a special place in my heart as we go. So I just lots of pastel colors in this. I had fun picking pens. I've got a light blue pen to pick out like her pants and this box. I'm going to use the fat end of this one to write women down here, and then we'll use the skinny green end maybe here, a little bit further away, or maybe up here. I don't know. Let's see. I've got purple, because there's a purple heart there, so let's put this one. I think purple goes with yellow. I've got a hot pink. There's hot pink in her skirt. There's hot pink there. Hot pink there. Let's put the hot pink someplace where there isn't hot pink. So let's go right there. I've got the blue, like her pants and her overalls. A lot of blue. So let's go ahead, maybe put this one, I don't know, right? Maybe we'll put that one there, and we'll put the pastel kind of purpley periwinkle blue here. I don't know where I'm going with these. Pink, pastel soft pink, maybe we'll go there. And I have a black pen. I don't usually do lots of black quotes, but I felt like I needed, this would be a good one to put a black quote. And so that leaves me with the thin end of the green for here. I think that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so first things first, let me zoom in. I am not going to get into the mechanics of how to brush letter. I have 2 years worth of weekly instructional videos. I highly recommend you start with 2022, which was my second year. I will link that playlist in the cards up above. It starts the very first video on the playlist, and the videos on the playlist do go in order. The very first video is about the pens and the paper and all that stuff, the tools you need to be successful, so definitely start with that. All right, so this was for International Women's Day. I'm just going to write women really big on here. We're going to use 4 lines because this is such a big, fat brush tip. And we're going to have to squeeze a little bit to fit this on, but we can do it. So there we go. W's and M's are deceptive. They take up a lot of space. So I always try to be careful and definitely account for extra space on W's and M's. All right, so first quote, I also pulled a Papermate Flare in black to write who the famous person is that we attribute the quote to. So our very first one is from Malala Yousafzai. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but Malala. Anybody who watched the news in the last decade knows who Malala is, and I absolutely had to include a quote by that young woman. She is an inspiration. All right, so Malala's quote, we're also going to write that in black. Extremists have shown what frightens them most. A girl with a book. I love that. I love that. I think extremists, misogynists, engineers, that fits a lot of people. So, all right, we're gonna do our normal. We're gonna go ahead with 3 sets of double lines for this quote, and I'm just gonna start way over here in the corner and see how much I can fit in my first line. And I'm squeezing here, but I feel like I need to because this is actually kind of a long quote. Luckily, these are paper stickers, so I can write a little bit up on them. What frightens them? I think this should have been a 4-line quote. I think I'm gonna run out of room. Let's try to get what frightens them most. No descenders, so we're clear here. We're just gonna squish. Yeah, most is just not gonna fit. A girl with a book. I think we're gonna make it. I'm gonna try to fit that first A right up in here in this space. You know what? I'm gonna shorten with and just do a W with a slash because I really want to fit this in there. Sorry, Malala, we had to squeeze that one a little bit. Okay, next, I grabbed my Wrong sticker book so that I could grab, there's some black here. I've got black there. There's a lot of black down here, so I'm going to put a little black box, just tuck it down here into the corner for this quote. So we'll just let's grab this one with the 2 women on it. We're just going to kind of stick it over closer to the punch and down to try to save as much room as we can. There. Okay, and this one comes from Maya Angelou, who I met once. One of the companies I worked for in back in Ohio had a big company day, activity day, big like picnics. It was like a summer thing, and I don't know, company day, and they had Maya Angelou come and speak to us, and then since I was part of the management team, I got to actually meet her and shake her hand. So very inspirational lady. And the quote from her is, each time a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for all women. And I feel like that definitely has played a role in my life over the last decades as an engineer. So we're going to learn our lesson a little bit from that one. We're going to start right up here and do 4 double sets of lines. So each time a woman stands up, because this one is every bit as long as the last one. So let's see how much we can fit on this first line. Perfect. Stands up for herself. So again, no descenders, so we're free and clear on this one. I'm going to start this in a little because I think having 4 rows is going to help me a lot. And I feel like stands up for, I don't think we're going to get herself all to fit on there, so we're just going to do stands up for. Maybe we could hyphenate herself. Yeah, let's hyphenate herself. She stands up. We're gonna run a little short here. Let's try to fit the T before this descender on the P. Up for all women. I'm gonna have to try to squeeze up right here. You know what? We're going to move this down and sacrifice these little hearts, I think. Let's get up on there. Yeah, let me grab, I'm gonna grab the undo because those have been on there for a year. We'll get those off and maybe we'll put a couple of them right there. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about undo. I know it looks like it's making my page like all wet, but it's really not. It's gonna evaporate really, really fast. I'm gonna pause it and let that evaporate and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna first put the box up as high as I can because I want it to be clear that this quote goes with Tuesday. I'm gonna have to punch that, that's okay. It's just, it is what it is. And then let's put these hearts and we'll put one here to fill this space in. Okay. Made it work. For all women is the last of it. So let's put the F, tuck the F in here. Perfect. Okay, next I have an author unknown quote, "Little girls with dreams become women with vision." I love that. Again, just feels like it fits my life. Not that I was a little girl as a junior in high school, but I kind of was. So, and I dreamed of being an engineer, and here I am. So, little girls with dreams become women with vision. That's a little bit shorter, so I think we're gonna go 2, 2, 2 again, just 3 rows instead of 4. So let's start up here with our L right up above Wednesday. Little girls with. Dreams become, and I don't think I'm going to get women in there, but we'll try it. Again, no descenders, so we're free and clear. Women with vision. I can abbreviate with again if I need to. I think we'll be okay. I'll just keep squeezing. A women's empowerment quote set would not be complete without one from Michelle Obama. Okay, we have a bright blue Tombow for this one, and it is, "There is no limit to what we as women can accomplish." So that one is just a little bit longer than this one, and I feel like I have a tiny bit more space because this sticker is bigger than this sticker. So we're going to go ahead and stick with 2, 2, and 2 again. There is no limit to what we. Lots of small words there toward the end, so let's see how much we can fit in. Perfect. What we as women. Again, let's just see what we can fit. I have no descenders to worry about, so we're good. can accomplish. I did a really good job picking quotes that don't have a lot of descenders, apparently. Oh, that looks really good. That turned out really well. Okay, next is my other author unknown, and this one's a little shorter. She believed she could, so she did. Love that one. That's a pretty famous one. I think we can do that 2 and 2. So I'm going to start in my normal 3-row spot, but then we'll skip 1 row in the middle to space it out a little more. Could, so she did. All right, actually I don't have any descenders, so one other option would be to write could in a different kind of a font and then finish with so she did, or a different color. Let's see, what other color? I could use this darker blue to just kind of emphasize the word could and put it on the line all by itself. Just trying to share with you little ways you can emphasize words. So let's write could right here in the center. All right, again, no descenders. So the last part of the quote, so she did, which is a bit shorter. So we'll come in a little bit. There, that looks pretty good. I like that. Lots of different ways to create balance. So yeah, I liked that one. I like that one. Okay, next one is from Mary Shelley. Gotta love Mary Shelley and Frankenstein. Yes, I have read that book. Read it back closer to college. Okay, and her quote is another long one. I got 2 more and they're very long. I do not wish women to have power over men, but over themselves. Again, all these quotes, they just spoke to me. I really had a hard time narrowing it down. That is a long one. So we're gonna start way up here and do 4 rows on this one. I think I can fit I do not wish. No descenders, excellent. Women to have power. Ooh, we're gonna try. Okay, so starting way over. Okay, we gotta fit. We gotta get fit power in here. Over men, but over themselves. Over men, but. And then other than the semicolon, I have 1 word left, themselves. So we're just gonna try to center it. Do I want to try to write it in a different color like that one? I think having 2 of those in the same, right beside each other is gonna be, it's gonna be a little too, it's gonna stand out a little bit too much. So we're just gonna stick with the same pen, but try to center that one last word. So I think I'll come in themselves. I think we'll start about here. Oh, I can start right there in line with the I for a little balance. Okay. That looks good. I like that. Okay, last but not least, we have our purple Le Pen Flex and a quote from Ayn Rand. And this one is, I love this one. This is the most powerful quote, and again goes back to me deciding to go to college to be an engineer. The question isn't who's going to let me, it's who's going to stop me. Oh my gosh, I love that quote. It gives me chills. Okay, so again, another long one. We're gonna go ahead and do 4 double rows. So we're just gonna start right up here and see how much we can fit. The question isn't whose. The question isn't who's going to let me. Oops. Let's try and throw a little white out on there. My I and my N became one. Accidentally. I just like to use whiteout once in a while to show you all how it can disappear once there's writing over it. I do that all the time with an I going into an N. I don't know why. It just kind of happens. So just make sure your whiteout is wiped down pretty darn good. Going to let me. I am gonna go ahead and squeeze me in because it's a natural break in the quote. Because we've got a semicolon here. All right. It's who's going to stop me. So it's who's going. We need to try to fit that on here. We've got a couple of descenders. We're just going to have to hope for the best. It's who's going. And I think we're going to fit 2 on here because I have a very tiny amount of space due to all the stickers for stop me. All right, stop me. This is going to be rough. We're gonna squeeze it in. That was a little bit of poor planning, putting one of the longest quotes at the very bottom, but you know what? It turned out okay. So let's put it in my planner and then have a sneak peek at next week. There we go. There is my women's empowerment set of quotes. Next week, let's see. It's looking like just some florals. I'll look up, it was maybe spring or something. I'll look up what the theme was for that, but also feel free to give me any suggestions. Maybe I'll do some more women's empowerment quotes or something next week. I don't know, since I was loving them so much. Anyway, there we go. I hope this was inspiring and empowering to you. If it was, just absolutely consider doing your own gratitude / inspirational quotes planner. You don't have to be working on brush lettering to just take a 5 minutes a day and write down an inspirational quote. It really, in my opinion, can't help but have a positive effect on your mood and your mental state. So if you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, giving me a thumbs up, which is liking, dropping me a smiley face or a kind word. All of those interactions with my videos help me with the YouTube algorithm and are a great way to support me and help me grow. Thank you.